Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video, I guess you got to see a little bit already. We're going to show you an interesting interaction, most likely a bug, potentially an exploit in Shadowlands so far, that'll most likely get patched pretty soon, if not already, because there was a couple of attempts we've done in a row and it didn't seem like it had the same interaction. So, I think it's safe to say this is a rare, but a very interesting and unique interaction in the game right now. So this stems from being able to play Outlaw and with a rank 2 Evasion, allowing your Evasion to also proc Mastery. Now normally you wouldn't see this on Outlaw Rogue at all. If you hover over Evasion, there's no extra bonuses, and if you go through rest of your spells, there's no specific passives for Evasion, at least anywhere that I can find. However, if you were to switch the spec from Outlaw into, let's say, Subtlety, you'll be able to see a different version of the, the spell book with all the different ranks attached to it. Switching it over and going to Outlaw Specialization, you have a rank 2 Evasion where dodging an attack while Evasion is active will trigger Mastery, main Gouge. There's so many different ways I've been told that this can be pronounced. It's our Mastery, where you have an extra chance to do like an auto attack type of attack. So while we're evading, we have a 100% chance to deal that extra ability. However, apparently when used together against a Retribution Paladin who's running a specific talent of Eye for an Eye, which makes it Paladin a little bit more resilient towards physical damage and makes him reflect or counter attack enemies. If you have Evasion rolling, while also you have a Paladin with this ability and you're constantly hitting him, that means it's constantly proccing Eye for an Eye to counter attack back at you. Once Eye for an Eye procs and counterattacks, your Evasion dodges and a Mastery hit ensues, and when that happens, you have a Mastery hit which procs counterattack, which you dodge, and then your Mastery hit, and you can kind of see where the loop is. I haven't been able to consistently recreate this loop, but me and Del Potato, also known as Once, also known as Wild Imp, you would have seen in a bunch of 5.5 those, primarily playing Demonology Warlock and making that look super good in the 5.5 series. Me and him, he was the one that tipped me off at this interaction, and we threw together a couple different clips and a couple different attempts. Now, while this is a very funny interaction and a very interesting one, we haven't been able to reproduce it identically every single time. It looked like for a bit we had a bit of a streak where we could recreate it quite constantly, regularly, and to be honest, I still don't know exactly what causes it, but I have a couple different ideas. Obviously, it is the chain reaction of the Eye for an Eye and Evasion, but it doesn't happen constantly. I think you have to either get a double Sinister Strike hit, because Sinister Strike has a baseline chance to hit a second time, generate extra combo point, and something about that interaction with the Eye for an Eye while Evasion is rolling just kind of starts the loop. Maybe it has to be a Mastery hit that lands, and then it kind of activates with Evasion, and then it just kind of fuels it, so it's very 100% RNG. Maybe it's the debuffs and buffs of maintaining Slice and Dice for the extra auto attack, maintaining Adrenaline Rush for the extra auto attack speed, and then something about the quicker attacks chaining it in some way. It's really difficult for me to really figure out exactly what causes it, because we didn't spend like, a whole hour trying to nail this down, but this is a very funny interaction. And if you're someone who is playing Outlaw Rogue, pretty sure this is going to get fixed pretty soon. But if you're someone who's been dealing with Paladins and you've been really not enjoying Paladin gameplay as a rogue, getting slammed down by their Templar's Verdicts and Hammer of Justices, you could always swap out to Outlaw, wait until they use the talent of Eye for an Eye, if they're even running it, and then potentially one-shot him and surprise your friends. Pretty sure this is going to get fixed, and probably is an interaction that's not intended, so this is worth putting out a video in case somebody at Blizzard ends up fixing this bug or exploit or whatever you may call it. I guess I should also mention that Tosin was the first player that actually noticed this interaction, and there's even a clip on his Twitch channel where he was playing some Outlaw, popped Evasion, Paladin popped Eye for an Eye, and then just kind of nuked the Paladin out of nowhere. So it was really cool to find a way to recreate this and show you guys exactly what this looks like. But again, it didn't seem like it happens consistently. It does seem like there's a little bit of RNG. I'm still not sure exactly what loops this interaction, but it's definitely a very interesting interaction nonetheless. Had a lot of fun messing around with this one, so hope you guys enjoyed it. It is a bit of a short video, but what else is there to say besides this thing was kind of funny, but hopefully it'll get fixed pretty soon. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I'll see all of you in another video.